And so it is upon the philosophy of the strength of weakness that came from China to Japan through the migration of Zen Buddhism that there has largely been inspired one of the most astonishing forms of self-defense that the world knows, what is called Judo, or perhaps more popularly, Jiu Jitsu. The word Judo is fascinating because it means Ju, the gentle, Do, way. Do is the Japanese way of pronouncing the Chinese Tao. And so it is the gentle Tao, the philosophy of the Tao as applied to self-defense. Now, this philosophy has various components, and one of the most basic things to the whole practice of Judo is an understanding of balance. Respect for balance is number one thing that all students of Judo have to learn. And sometimes this is illustrated with a ball. You see, wherever I push it, the ball yields. But the ball never loses its balance. It's the safest form in the world, completely contained and never off-center, never phased by anything. This is what is aimed at in Zen. The expert in Zen, as well as in Judo, as well as in the Japanese art of fencing, must be a man who is never phased. That is to say, he is never brought to a point of doubt where he hesitates, where there's an interval between the action of life and his response to it. Now, if we look at these principles of Judo, the problem of balance is easily demonstrated with the question of lifting a heavy roll of material. If you want to lift such a thing, you go below its center of gravity, put your shoulder to it, and you see undermine it. And that principle goes throughout Judo. The second principle, beyond keeping balance and understanding balance, is not to oppose strength to strength. When one is attacked by the enemy, you do not oppose him. You yield to him just like the ball, and you use his strength and the principle of balance to bring about his downfall. The knee goes out below the adversary's point of balance, and he goes bang on his own initiative, and you're cunning. The more soft you become, the stronger you become, because this is the principle of bend and survive. In the snow, the pine tree's trunk stands rigid, and the snow piles up and piles up and piles up. The branch doesn't give, and finally, crack, and it's done for. But the willow, as soon as a little snow accumulates on the branch, down it goes. The snow falls off, and the branch springs up again. So this isn't quite the idea of limpness. It's not softness in the sense of being just limp and flaccid, but of being springy, of having give. And thus, in this way, you might say that Judo would turn around our ordinary proverb, necessity is the mother of invention, and say, laziness is the mother of invention. How to achieve what you want to achieve by the easiest possible way, by letting go. And this, after all, is the height of intelligence.